Girl Guiding UK met teen author Dianne Messidoro to find out about life as a writer.
My name is Dianne Messidoro and I'm a writer and author. I've written one book that's been published. I'm working on a second book called What Not to Do in the Dark, which is due to be published next year. And in between writing my books, I work as an advertising and marketing copywriter. A typical day in my working life as an author, I will get up as early as possible. I work either outdoors if I can, so I actually have a deck chair outside in the garden that I work in, or I work in a beanbag. It just suits me. I work on a laptop, so I will literally just sit and write as long as possible, and sometimes that's from 7 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. To write a book, you can spend hours, days, weeks, even months, you know, of your working life alone, just with your characters who keep you company. And then once it's finished, and it goes to your agent and your editor in the publishing house, who will start to read it and feedback and maybe want to change bits. And suddenly your book's out there and everyone's kind of going, oh, I don't like this bit, or I do like that bit, or they're kind of analysing what you've written and talking about, you know, the feelings that you've had as you've, you know, been locked away for your months or year or whatever. The people I think who inspired me most, I used to ride horses. Badly. I was always basically falling off horses more than I was on them. The horse world is a very equal world in the way of sexism and equality. Men and women compete against each other, and I think maybe that did feed into you know, the way I sort of felt, as in I can do anything a boy can do. I started writing kind of stories as kids do when I was a toddler about imaginary horses that I had in my garden. It always felt very natural for me to write. Well, I left school at 16, didn't do A-levels, didn't have a degree. I grew up with very little money. My mum was a single parent. It was all kind of stuff that I write about in my book. And then gradually realised that acting wasn't going to happen, and my grand passion writing, you know, my other passion writing would be the way for me. I didn't particularly have role models as I was growing up. Not in a way that I really held people up and said, I want to be exactly like that. It might not have taken me quite so long to become an author if I had had role models. If I was advising a girl who was thinking about becoming an author, plan a career as a writer rather than an author first, and that will come later. So for me, I started in PR and journalism and and then went into copywriting. There are lots of ways that you can, even teaching, you're using writing, and all that will feed into you becoming an author. And you might be lucky, you know, you might hit 21 and write a bestseller, but that's very rare. It's more likely that as you work and as you write, your writing will get better, and then you will become an author in future. Follow the debate on Twitter using the hashtag #RealRoleModels.